Black people is not slavery bring black people over here into the West, you know. Africans migrated from Africa. The Moors is black people civilized the earth, you know, and teach every other race about civilization, you know. I remember that those who went into Africa learned from Africa and then burnt the evidence, you know. Remember, it's them blast off the faces in Africa, you know. So they all know, and they perpetrated the most evil and heinous thing on our ancestors, taking Africans out of Africa and bringing them and calling them slaves. Slavery is a word given to us by our oppressors. We don't have to claim the word slavery. We don't have to claim emancipation. When you look at the word like that, you are speaking from a perspective that is not yours. Your experience is that you were taken from Africa and brought here. This is not your place. You are in exile. And you build up this world, this Western world, this New York City. All of this is blood build this whole Western civilization that they take so much pride in and shut us out of, you know. It's fear why a creature would operate that way, you know. And they have feared the black man from day one. I heard once somebody said that from the moment the white man went to Africa and the black man loincloth dropped, then everything just turned over and everybody decided, say, no, no, no. This man have to be quenched. This have to be stopped. You know? So it's a inbred fear, and we'll watch it happen, we'll watch it affect our society, we watch this colonial education system brainwash our children. We watch how their diet, the way they eat and feed themselves is different from how we melanated people supposed to eat and feed ourselves. Yes? And and we watch how we grow up eating this whole heap of beef and pork and ham and all of these things that are we say is our tradition to do this, and it's not our tradition at all. Yes, them used to feed you tripe and beans, and you only used to get the refuse, and that is now a part of your cultural dish. Ackee and saltfish is your national dish, and saltfish don't even make in Jamaica. Like, we don't have anything, we don't hold on to anything that is ours. We don't know what it is to be proud because we have not been shown what it is we have to be proud of. You learn, and I heard a caller say it as well, that the first thing you learn as a little black youth in school is that your ancestors were slaves. That is the first brainwash, that is the first wicked, evil thing that them do to the youths. And so from the moment you start to learn and become educated, you are taught that you are less. Here in America, up to not so long ago, black people weren't even considered human beings. You see me? So when we are now talking about emancipation, I do think it is important that we remember this day, because of the audacity of these people to think that they could emancipate us. Because if you read other versions of history, you realize that they didn't really have much of a choice here, you know, because it was really getting out of control. Yes? And so they had to kind of free that up, and everybody's eyes were on them now, and it was really an economic thing. So we and them, it has always been that. It has always been that tussle. But what we can celebrate is the fact that we have made so many strides as a people, with so, you know, being ripped from ourselves. We still have made so much progress to the point where, you know, and even though this is not really any great accomplishment in the scheme of things, you had a black man as president. Puppet or not, you had a black man as president. And that is also a significant enough thing for a black youth to see. So we just have to try balance it right now in the now. Because when we talk about the history and getting passion, it is not for us to know, say, violence, we're going to kill people. You see me? It's for us to look at our history, be proud of it, and remember ourselves. And when we remember ourselves and tap into it and learn about our culture, learn about the things that our ancestors left and gave the world, understand why is there a pyramid, what were those things, what did they mean. Now everybody's on this Illuminati thing and nobody knows what it means to be illuminated.